because really a relationship is about, okay, do we have the same morals and values to the point where we like, can we finish life off together? That's all like really relationships is. Can we agree enough to the point where we can finish life off together?
Yeah, like knowing the personnel. But the thing is, with it, it's tough when it's somebody you love because you love this person so much.
Yep.
And you see the great potential not only they have in themselves, but the opportunity y'all have to build with each other. And you see how great this will turn out. So them acting in a way to go against their goal is not only infuriating, it's heartbreaking.
Yep.
Before we get into the topics. Oh yeah, it's already recorded. Before we get into the topics, tell them who you are, introduce yourself, name, age, occupation.
Isaiah Hatley, Crafty Zay on Instagram. Photographer, I'm 21. I also do industrial maintenance at FedEx.
Yeah. Bruh, it's so funny, like, hearing you say your full name because we used to always say it, like, bro, when we called Isaiah, like, we'll say the whole name. Like, bro, I know y'all got friends like that. Like, when you just say the first and last name, like, for whatever reason. Like, say if in our whole grade, it's only him and one other Isaiah. And we don't even talk to the other Isaiah. I still be talking to one of my homies, and I be like, yeah, me, Isaiah Hatley. Like
it's common name.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I could have just said Isaiah, and everybody know how I'm talking about. All the people with Isaiah, but I don't know. Like, it's just one of them things. Like, you just got one of them names. Like, you just put both of them together.
Yeah.
But the first thing I want to get into, I had asked the last people on the podcast this, see their perspective on there. What do you think about us celebrating religious? I'm not religious. Holidays. I say don't celebrate them. Like, because we need to save money. Like, a lot of us not in a financial position we want to be in life. So me spending hundreds and thousands and added up more thousands like over the years of all the holidays. It's like I could have used this money to invest in some equipment. I could have like invested in some stocks. I could have bought some books to put me in a better situation. Paid for a trade. Like, I could have did a good amount of things that could have put me in a better position. Other than celebrate a holiday that we didn't even create and we don't benefit from. Like, let's say if it was a holiday where the point of the holiday was to take a lot of family pictures. I might get behind this holiday because we can benefit from this holiday. I can go to one of my brothers and put money in my brother's pocket, and this helping our community. Cool. I might support that. We do holidays we have no ownership in. Who the fuck idea was this? So
if you really now I've heard like backstories on holidays too.
And
if you really it's like to each his own. Like, holidays is real strategic because it's always going back into the market. Like, we all serving one another. So like when Christmas come around, prices increase and stuff like that on certain things. Shoot, pretty much every month or usually every quarter, like every 3 months, there's a major holiday. And you know, so it's like we always constantly buying stuff and buying things. And shoot, just basically showing people like the love that we got for each other pretty much. So I mean, it's to each his own on that one.
It's funny how there's no holidays that involve you just growing within yourself. There's no holidays like let's sit and just enjoy nature. Like, let's sit and just fast. Like, we have holidays like that in certain religions.
I get what you're saying.
But it's not a global holiday or like, okay, let's focus on building ourselves up to be better. So it's funny how all the holidays Like we got a Halloween where it's to eat junk food.
Right.
Okay. We don't have a holiday where it's to
eat healthy.
Okay. We have a holiday where we spend gifts on one another. Christmas that just drain our fucking pockets and make more financial stress on our parents.
Right.
But we don't have a holiday where we all get together in a group form and everybody put money into a pot and we invest in this out of this pot. Like, oh, okay. Nah. So how you see the history of the holidays. Now, this is where it get crazy. So we're gonna touch on Christmas, and then we're gonna touch on Easter.
Okay.
So Christmas is crazy. Like, long story short, and let me know at any point, like, where you want me to stop it, because I'm just breeze through it, and then like I go like deeper into Easter.
Okay.
So long story short, it's a pagan holiday by a dude named Constantine created it, and he was a pagan. He was the emperor of Rome. He was a pagan. He joined Christianity later in his life, and since he was a former pagan, and a lot of the people still in the empire was pagan, and they celebrated a pagan holiday in December. It was more like since I'm a Christian now, I need to throw in something where like we can all enjoy it together, like the Christians and the pagans or whatever. Like nobody's left out. Christmas, like since he like just founded like Christianity within himself, they had at that time they were persecuted Christians, like killing them. I don't know why, I don't know what reason, but he stopped it. And after he stopped it, he like, all right, let's come together. Like pagans, Christians, man, we got a holiday. Okay. Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Saint Nick. It was a dude named Saint Nick.
Yeah.
Way back in the day. He was a very like wealthy dude, like generous dude, gave gifts. Okay. Before that, back to the paganism. What's his name? Odin. It was a pagan god named Odin.
Yeah.
That had a like horse, like with like 8 legs or so, that went flew through the air, like reindeer Santa, the fucking sleigh.
Yeah.
He had a long ass white beard.
Yeah.
They used to set things by the chimney for the horse or whatever it is to come down the chimney and get the snacks. And in return of you feeding his horse, he would leave gifts in your stocking. That's where a Christmas stocking came from. So like we can keep like digging deep like a mistletoe. Like we kiss under the mistletoe. We think this is just some cute shit they start putting on TV. We start doing it though. That's a pagan thing too. The god that worship that they did that for was called like Saturn something.
Yeah.
Like it was for
a specific god.
Yeah, it was for a god named Saturn. I forgot what they said the god do.
Yeah.
But to procreate under the mistletoe was a sign of respect towards that god. So obviously we toned it down now.
Yeah.
Like we just kiss under it. But they used to have sex under the mistletoe.
Wow.
Like we don't know none of this.
That's one time I probably gotta do some more research on it. Like, but you really think about it, like a lot of these are man-made holidays. Yeah. Like it's no set in stone days and ain't been certain scientific. I think even the day of Christmas, I think is wrong. It is. Well, I believe like he wasn't even born that day on the 25th or something like that.
If you go into the Bible, they say when Jesus was born, flowers were springing or something like that. He was born in the goddamn spring.
Yeah.
Like, so that's why I be telling people, y'all saying let's celebrate Christmas for Christ. He wasn't born around this time. This came from Constantine. But when we get to talking about that, they think you're not religious. Like, no, you're not religious. Like,
I get what you're saying.
You just following stuff that has no logic behind it. Like, you don't know the history of why you're doing things. Like Easter. First of all, bunnies don't lay eggs.
Yeah.
So where do you think they got this concept from?
Right.
Like,
there's a lot of this stuff. Like I said, it's geared towards selling to people on a lot of this stuff. Like everything goes up in prices and stuff like that. They it's a way to always keep businesses in business. You know what I'm saying?
The Easter was a pagan holiday.
Mm-hmm.
The god that they worship started with an E. I can't remember her name. I knew it was a woman though.
Mm-hmm.
But matter of fact, I don't even want to go off can't remember. It's like let's get right.
I got you.
Let's get right.
I got you.
So let me see. Ooh, my photo one. I need to hurry up. All right. Is this it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a Constantine. Cool. All right, cool. So the guy was named. Where is it? Okay. So
now the Easter, I believe they talked about like how the day he arose.
Yep. Now
so,
we finna get to that now. That part.
Yeah.
So the pagan where it originated from with the pagan beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
The reason it got so associated with the rise of Christ is because since it's in the spring, it represented. Is it called the spring equinox? Yep, the spring equinox. So it's Easter was a celebration of the spring equinox for the pagans.
Yeah.
Pagans lived their lives in strong accordance with nature's rhythms and patterns, and solstices and equinoxes were considered to be sacred times. So the solstice marked the longest or shortest day of the year, while equinoxes symbolized the day when there is balance between light and darkness. So these type of days, pagans held to heart, like the shortest days and the most balanced days.
Yeah.
Okay. So then it say Easter falls on the spring equinox. Then it say this is naturally a cause for festivities and celebrations. All right, cool. Now let's get into how it like came about. So let me see. Nah, I can skip all of it. This is background noise. Okay, so it was saying, since Easter is associated with the rebirth of nature, they said, okay, since Constantine, because Constantine did all this, right? It's the same dude from Christmas.
Yeah.
Since it already represents the rebirth, when he became acquainted with Jesus, he said, okay, right here it say rebirth or resurrection of Jesus.
Yep.
So we can mix it in with what we already do, the rebirth of nature.
Yeah.
Then a part of the God they celebrated, like part of their tradition, was to, what's the word? I would just say be sexually active. So they used to have orgies on the Easter. That was the Easter egg hunt. How we do it now for children. They used to go in the forest and like basically like a big game of hide and seek. The men will hunt the women, and once they find them, they will have sex.
Yeah.
Now, frequently it'll just be like, all right, you found a woman, like y'all do y'all thing.
Yeah.
But frequently it will be a orgy type situation. You see what I'm saying? So it's like now obviously we don't do that.
Yeah.
But it's still power in the history of
it's
things.
Part of the history.
Yeah, like why would I want to celebrate something that has a history of wickedness to it?
Yeah, I understand that.
So I'm like, even if y'all don't look at that part of it, let's look at the part where a lot of this shit just a waste of money, a waste of time, like not focusing on the goal, not focusing on what we're trying to achieve in life, and setting us back. Like so, it's like whichever way you want to look at it. If you want to look at it from a religious, spiritual side, it's not religious. It was a pagan thing. If you want to look at it from a smart side, we wasted money.
True as well.
So
you also got, I mean, I will say another thing, and just like perks of holidays, it also does bring families together.
Facts. That's what we talked about on the last
podcast. It does bring in camaraderie. Yeah. Like just being able to see each other. Like that's a designated time I know I'll be able to see all my family, get updates, stuff like that.
Yeah. You know? That part, I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
But we shouldn't have to have it to where it's like, you know, specified label days. You know, it could be, I mean, of course, we could definitely schedule a certain day, like, and just be like, this is the day we're going to all meet, you know, gather information on each other.
If need be, we can still do it on the same day. Because say, like, your job, like, let you off on Christmas. My job let me off on Christmas. You see what I'm saying? So, since all is off anyway, cool. Like, we can still, like, get together on this day. But let's come up with our own meaning to this day.
Oh, definitely.
Like, since it's not the meaning we thought it was, since we've been bamboozled, if it is the like real meaning of whatever religious teachers you're a part of, do that.
Yeah.
But after we identify it's not, and this came from some other shit, let's get together because we need to see each other's family, build this family, and let's create our own traditions. Like whatever we want to do, we can have a goddamn cooking competition. We can do this. We can sit around and watch movies. We can do anything. But let's start separating from falsehood. Like if we can identify we've been lied to, why continue to go with the lie? Like, and why continue to pass the lie down? Like telling your kids there's such thing as a white fat dude coming down your goddamn chimney. If anything, tell them you bought it, like so they can grow more appreciation for their parents. Yeah, like don't make them think somebody else came and did this. Like when you that busted your ass for the overtime. Like I'd be damn if I put in that type of work and get a credit to somebody else.
I get what you're saying.
Like what the hell? No, like my kid gonna understand like simple laws of the universe, cause and effect. The cause is I busted my ass to make this happen. I got some more bread. The effect is you got the goddamn gifts. So
true. I love you to the point where I give you whatever you desire.
Facts,
and that's the effect. My effect is the gifts that I give you.
Facts. Like it's some lessons in these holidays. Oh, like
definitely.
If we dive into it, like I don't want to throw everything away from it. You know what I'm saying?
It's like you said, to each his own on that. Cause some people like I believe my grandfather he doesn't celebrate holidays.
Okay.
And my grandfather's of the Islamic faith.
Okay.
I'm named after him. My middle name Omar.
Okay.
So I'm familiar with that. Like that whole understanding. And growing up, like I used to wonder why he didn't celebrate holidays. I was like, my granddad don't celebrate, but he didn't know. But I understood why though.
So now this, since we already on the money topic, because I feel like relationship wise, that's one of the main things. Like there would be a benefit of not celebrating the holidays. Y'all have more money to invest.
Yeah.
So what I want to ask you, being that you own your own business, what will you require out of your woman as far as to help you on the journey you own, or will you require anything at all?
Like requiring as in like what she needs to do.
Yeah.
As well. I definitely would be saying like supportive of my goals.
Okay.
And supportive, not necessarily like baby go. It's like this is something I have to get done in order to get to where we're trying to go.
Facts.
Okay. If you are trying to interfere with that, then you have no purpose in my life.
Facts.
Because you're trying to block me from my own purpose.
Yep.
Who following who? You supposed to, follow my lead. You looking to me to lead you. I'm trying to lead you to where I'm trying to. We trying to go at that. You know what I'm saying?
So, will you? What's the word? Look for her to pick up a skill that will help you, like say with the editing, or say with it could be something simple like setting up the setup, like whatever, like will you ask her to help you with that?
Yeah, I mean, shoot, I would look at if she desires to do that too. I'm not gonna make you do something that you don't want to do.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like, if you desire to like be like, well, what's something that can help make your life a little easier? Well, I mean, this right here, if I could get that done right there, be great.
So
and then you take care of it.
You wouldn't initiate that conversation. You would wait to see if she would.
I would show. Okay. I want to see signs, because I don't want it to necessarily come off when I say it. Then since I see it, you want to do it now. I don't know how genuine it is. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. It's now, this what I do want to ask you. Say if it's not genuine, does that matter? Like, let's say if you want her to edit.
Yeah.
Right? Say if she don't really like know how to edit, she's not interested in learning how to edit it, but you take it upon yourself to teach her, and like she like, okay, I do it like because you asked.
Yeah.
Does that matter? Like in the grand scheme of things, if she still like get it done?
Yeah, like okay. I believe it does. Like, to me personally, it kind of does. And doesn't. Okay. I would say it does because, like, okay, if you ask me for something and you need it done, I'll do it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it should be vice versa. Not so much as we just doing this just to do it, but we doing it for the best interest of each other.
Yeah.
And it's going to improve both of our lives.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking for. So that's what I would be saying.
Okay. Like let's say how we was talking about books earlier.
Yeah.
Like a week ago, probably a couple days ago, I had told my girl she need to start reading. It was like one of the things where it's like I formed it as a suggestion, but I'm really not asking.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like, you need to start reading. Like, now, she's already in school, right? So I'm not expecting her to read 1,000 pages a day or whatever. But I still want you to start reading. Now, this isn't a desire of hers.
Yeah.
You know, she's not like, oh my God, I'm amped up to start reading. Like, this wouldn't even cross her mind. But to me, it don't matter. Like, it don't matter if you're doing this only because of me or if you're doing it on your own.
Yeah.
The point is, you taking in knowledge from this level, knowledge from this level, you taking it in and applying it. I don't give a fuck how you got to that point, whether I'm watching over you or whatever, like you doing it.
Right.
Now, to a certain extent, I would agree with what you said, because let's say if she only does it when I'm watching over her, this won't really have the same effect, because I won't be watching over you 24/7. So if you can't carry out the goal on your own, it's not gonna be as effective anyway. So from their perspective, I totally agree. Then on the flip side, it's like, but if I don't like put it on you to do it, it's not gonna get done at all.
Yeah.
Like, if you go ahead. You go
okay.
ahead.
Like, I would touch on 2 points on there.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's what the point of the dating process is too.
Okay.
Because as you go through it, you're able to see what a person really desires, their mindset. Because really a relationship is about, okay, do we have the same morals and values to the point where we like, can we finish life off together? That's all like really relationships is. Can we agree enough to the point where we can finish life off together?
How long do you think the dating process should be before y'all decide to move
To me, personally, I feel like at least a year.
Okay.
Yeah, because that way I can see you in every season as well. And then we still got a lot more to go, even further.
Okay.
So just actually courting and dating and understanding your mindset is, to me, like, that's like the best way to, like, to me, that's the best way to date.
So to get it, to make sure like we not missing each other, you saying this process is when y'all don't have a title, or do y'all have the boyfriend and
you
girlfriend
don't have a title?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said at least a year. What's the at most?
At most,
what shouldn't it exceed?
Oh, it shouldn't. I feel like it shouldn't exceed a year.
Okay, so like around that year,
like that year, you should be like, okay, well, we serious to the point where it's like we've just been dating, it's just been us.
Yeah.
Then like let's go into actually putting a title on it. This is my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like definitely like that because you're able to see it.
Yeah.
You can get a full scope of things for like a year. You telling me you can't figure somebody out a little bit and within a year?
Yeah.
Shoot, probably even faster than that.
Yeah, I say like I probably wouldn't necessarily put a time step on it. Like, but like you can. Yeah. I'm not saying like we can't individually. Yeah. Like I got my own time stamp, you got your own time stamp. I'm saying like,
but sometimes when you know,
like,
you just know.
Yeah,
like that, I don't never take that out the effect. But like standard wise, if I had to put a standard on it,
I feel like everybody should have their own number.
Yeah.
On when do I feel this comfortable to move forward? Like yours might be a year, mine might be 6 months. Yeah. This person's might be 2 years. This person might be 2 months. Cool. So I feel like it's not a one size fits all with the time, but like you said, I definitely agree. It should be a time, like whatever time you agree with. I feel like one of the prerequisites y'all need to do, other than time, is to have a checklist. Like I encourage everybody to have a checklist. Definitely. Like if I can, before I get with a girl, I need to sit down within myself and say, what do I expect out of my partner? What qualities, what standards should my partner be at?
Yes.
Now, a lot of times, we do not have these conversations with ourselves.
No.
Like we just like, me and this girl that work out, cool, this girl fine, let me get with her. We don't really have this self-reflective moment.
Yeah.
And I feel like this will fuck us up because we really don't know what we want if we don't do that. Like if a girl asks us, what do you want? What will make you happy? We'll be likely to repeat the same things we've just heard other people say, but we haven't actually personalized this message to tailor ourselves.
Yeah.
So it'll just be like, well, but I want you to be submissive. Man, I want girl to listen. They like, don't get me wrong, these are good qualities, but we don't necessarily know why these qualities are beneficial to us.
Right.
We just saying it because the next man said it. Like, so I'm like, bro, if you could come up with like 10 things, like, my girl need to have these qualities, she need to be like this, be like that. When you get with that person during that year process or whatever, first, I say within the first couple months, you tell her the list.
Yeah.
Like, babe, this my list. Can you meet these things? If she say no, cool, leave it alone.
Yeah.
She say yes. I feel like the rest of the time, like say if you did that on month 2.
Yeah.
The rest of the 10 months should be identified if she's applying this list. She probably said yes.
But that don't mean
it's that don't mean she gonna do it.
It could be like, and then another thing too, we don't be understanding like as men or either as women, we could desire something from another person, but it's not even within us. Like,
what?
You know, like somebody be like, man, shoot, my girl gotta be loyal. She can't be out here, but you not even loyal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you not even rising up to your own standards. So why you expecting that out of somebody else?
I feel like the pressure is definitely on me. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not taking accountability off the sisters, but the man has to lead by example.
Yes.
Like,
definitely.
You can't ask her, like, man, I need you to be in shape. Man, I need you to go to the gym at least 3 times a week. And you go once a week, or if that, like, why would she listen to that type of leadership that's not being executed by the leader? Like, bruh, in basketball, imagine like the captain of the team saying this and that.
Yeah.
And he don't do like, imagine I suck ass in defense. And I would get on your ass.
You talking about play some defense.
I said, God damn, you can't guard your dude.
Right.
That's gonna rub you in the worst way possible. But say like I'm a great defender, and I'm like, look at it, like, yo, dude, big you need to slide your feet more. You need to feel like you take that in totally different. Yes. So I would 100% agree with that, bro. That's a great point. Like, why would you demand something you don't even apply?
Yeah.
Like that fuck us up a lot. Then once we do that, it kind of make our girl like make us lose credibility in her sight.
Yep.
So now the next thing we might actually be doing, like let's say
basically like lose trust within your word.
Facts.
Like, I get exactly what you're saying. Like it's like how you expecting me to do something, but you ain't gonna do it yourself.
Facts.
Okay.
So then when you actually doing something, okay, say we say go to the gym, we're not going to the gym. The next time we might say, man, I want you to cook more or whatever. Yeah. We might actually cook. Like we might be great in the kitchen. But since we already fucked up our credibility the first time, this time she's not necessarily looking at, well, he does cook, so I listen this time. It boy go back to the this nigga try to tell me do something else again. Right. And she like still revert to the previous thing. So it's like a credit score. When you fuck up, this gonna stick for a while. So it's important for ourselves, if we want to call ourselves the leader, to be able to lead. Like, bro, be able to put out what you asking for. Right. And, bro, I feel like one of the things we do a lot in that area is like, we say we want a woman to listen, like be submissive. And we won't necessarily listen to shit. Like, and I think the dude should be the leader? Yes. Yeah. But to be a great leader, you have to listen to the other teammates. Exactly. I imagine you telling me, if we on a team together, you telling me, like, okay, like, I ain't gonna lie, my full court defense ain't that good right now. I would say, cool, like, let's get back to half court, let's play zone. Like, like, I figure out a game plan that puts you in the best light position to be successful. Exactly. Like, imagine me saying, fuck what you talk about, we finna full court press. Like, I would be a poor leader. Right. So that's the main thing. Yeah.
You gotta, that's the whole point of leadership in general. A lot of people want to be leaders, but they don't even understand, like, you gotta know your personnel with the person. You gotta know, like, the person's strengths and weaknesses.
What?
If you don't know it,
I'm surprised I haven't thought of using that analogy in relationships before, because we know it with sports. Right. Like, you gotta know your personnel. Bro, you just hit it on the fucking boy. Right. I remember, like, earlier, like, in my Hooper days, getting grilled on that. Like, what the fuck you doing this? I'm like, nigga, that was a good pass. Like, what do you really mean? Like, you know he can't catch that. Bruh, that was a great point. Because make sure y'all write that down.
Because when you able to see, like, the qualities of a person, okay, and you actually keep an open mind to it, that make you a great leader. Like, and another thing about it, it makes people want to follow you as well. It's like an art of leadership. Like, I took a little bit of leadership training courses and stuff like that. And one thing they told us was, like, being able to put people in the position that they already good at and point it out and give them tasks to believe in themselves, make them more so concerned to follow you.
Okay.
Like, they'll want to do more for you.
So once you identify that strong point, then put them in a position to capitalize off that strong point, you get the reward for that. Like, you get the credibility for that.
Not so much as like you doing it for the credit, but it makes your word more bond. Yep. You get what I'm saying? It makes your word more valuable, because it's like,
I ain't gonna lie, that was a good
because it's somebody who believes in you.
Cool. Make sure y'all write down. I'm gonna write it down too, goddamn. Make sure y'all write down the last two things he said. Cause know your personnel. Now, if you never played sports, we'll like explain it a little bit more. But the bottom line is, and I'm gonna let him explain it in depth, like, because he on the road right now. I'm gonna let him goddamn finish it out. Yeah. But for the in its simplest form, it's just like he said, know what your partner good at, know what your partner bad at, like, and put them in a position to do what they good at. Now, the second thing he said, your word gets more credibility and gets more weight. Where do you do that? Where you be a good leader and put your girl in a situation that she's good with, that she can see Like with her own eyes, not just you telling her, because he said you gotta let them do it to see it for themselves. When she see the proof of what you put it out, man, you good at this.
Yeah.
Then you get her to doing it, and she see she exceeding it. Not only do that make her more confident in herself and make her want to do it more, it's like, damn, next time my man have a suggestion, should I be more open to it? Now, we're not saying this in a way where you should use it as manipulation. Like, you should point out some good shit first. Get her riled up with it. Then point some shit out there you would deceive her with. But, damn, that was a good point.
It's so, like, and if we had to relate it to, like, relationships, like, that's why I feel like you got 2 eyes and 2 ears, and 1 mouth for a reason, right? So you should be paying attention a lot, just watching, studying, like just studying the woman, even the woman that you probably seen on Instagram, like even down all the way down to social media. Let's say you see a woman on like the gram or something, and the first thing you do is just slide in her DM because you just reacting out of lust. You ain't even reacting off like a true intention to actually going in. Like when I first approach like a woman or anything, I don't expect nothing. Like my expectation is, where can we go from this?
Okay.
And how can I discover your mindset? How can I see if you for me or if you're not?
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And that's the same way I take, like, if I was to see, like on social media, if I see just a bunch of just, naked pictures or half naked pictures and stuff like that, what do you want? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you expect my first mind to be? You see what I'm saying? Right. So it's like,
every time I have a girl on the pod, I'm not gonna say girl, a young woman on the podcast, I ask them, would you like a man to care more about your mental and personality, or would you want a man to only focus on your physical traits? Every time. And once I hear something different, I'd be shocked. Every time the sister say the first option, like, I want to do the focus on my brain, my intellect, my personality, okay. Then when I ask the sisters, would you cover up and stop showing your body? They say no. They say, oh, this control, this, that. Now, if you want to do the focus on your mindset, this, that, and the third, but like you said, you show up your ass. Why would he see ass and titties on Instagram all day, then hit DM and type, I want to get to know what your brain looking like?
Right.
Only way he would say that is if he trying to pull one over on you. To like let your guard down and still. Bro, he not thinking about that. After you just showed him all those goddamn goodies. Like, it's like a baby. The mama showing the candy to the baby. Look at all the snacks I bought. Now I want you to eat your broccoli. The baby like,
what you
what?
Yeah.
Like,
and I don't know. Like, I feel like if women could understand, well, I feel like certain women, a lot of women do understand, but they don't. But the degree that it's at, like, men, we so visual. Like, that's the first thing that we automatically see. And so, like, the fact that we can have, like, okay, we also are basing off, like, who we have on our side, because this is a reflection of us as well. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if the fact that, like, I got this woman, but every man in this room done seen her in that light, you know what I'm saying? It's hard. Like, it's like
I heard this earlier. And let me know when to get the time.
No, you good. I'm good.
Okay. But I was saying, a lot of times we don't understand how valuable the woman is to the man. Because imagine if me and you enemies, and I want to turn you down. The best way to get to you is through your woman. How? If I give your woman a disease, guess who she's giving the disease to?
To you.
If I teach your woman a certain type of mindset or this, that, and the third, guess who she's talking about that mindset with all day? You. Guess who your greatest influencer is? The woman. 9 times out of 10.
That's exactly what we do.
A lot of brothers, this shouldn't be the case. highest form of influence should be from God or whatever you like receive power from, whether it's knowledge, books, whatever. Like that should be your highest form of influence. But we gotta like be realistic. Most brothers not like that.
Nah.
Like for the average little Tim and JoJo on the street, like for the most part, they woman is their greatest influence. So if I want to corrupt you, if I want to fuck up your empire, fuck up what you got going, all I gotta do is get to your woman. So if your woman allow me to get to her, y'all whole empire fucked.
Right.
So I don't think women understand it. Like you gotta be so well guarded that you don't fuck me up.
Yeah.
Like
she the neck, you the head.
What?
And the neck gotta hold up the head.
You gotta really position yourself in a way where you don't fuck all of us. Like, and vice versa. Like the dude gotta position himself in a way where he don't fuck the woman.
Right.
Like, it's not a one-way street.
Right.
But I feel like, excuse me, all women just don't understand it. They think it's a separate thing. Like this my life. Whoa, hello, sister. This our life. After you engaged in this commitment and we agreed to get on a path to be one.
Yes.
Like imagine, like you said, we're a team. Imagine we on 2K or so, we play 2-on-2. And I just start saying, all right, Isaiah, I'm gonna do my own fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like, you handle like whatever double team they throw at you. I'm gonna sit over here and do my own thing. No. Like people want to say I don't want to feel like living for somebody else. And I get it. Like you want to have freedom and control of your own situation. But at the same time, you have to do what's best for the whole.
Yeah.
Like, it's very selfish of you to say, I'm going to do what I want to do, even though it might be detrimental to the team.
Right.
Like, there's some selfish
And that's
shit,
why you really need to, like, I feel like you really need to have a good understanding of yourself before going into a relationship as well.
How? How should they, what does this understanding look like?
Understanding is like what you desire.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, in the end goal, I feel like the end goal, like, so if I'm like 70, 80, 90, where do I see my life? Do I still see me just being single out here, just chilling? Or do I see myself having a family and prospering and continuously moving forward and up in life? Like, if that's my perspective, then I need to be trying to find somebody who does that as well, or be trying to attract somebody who does it as well.
This is where I challenge you on that. I'm sure if we ask 50, 100 people where they see themselves, majority of people will say the same answer. They'll say, like, I want to have money.
Yeah.
I want to have a family. I either want to have a career or an entrepreneurial type business, like venture, a nice house, a nice car. Like, we'll get the same answer.
Yeah.
So, I want to ask you, how do we differentiate the bullshitters and the people who gonna actually achieve this? Because we know the number of people that's gonna actually achieve this is very fucking low.
Yeah.
So if out of the 100 people we survey, if all 100 say the same answer, where do we go from there?
This is when you get into actually like the vision that you see and writing it out.
Okay.
Like, you ever had like a vision so vivid of yourself that it felt real?
Like, as far as you
just prospering or just like, future, or like you could have been daydreaming. You could have been daydreaming. I'm just saying, just in general, like daydreaming or just dreaming or just writing it out. But you had like a vivid vision of seeing yourself doing something. That's you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in order to realize it, you got to write it down.
Okay.
And so,
Nah. I was gonna say, since you said realize, it made me think of stocks. Like, you have an unrealized gain, you have a realized gain. The unrealized gain, all that means is you just ain't took your money yet. Like, say if I bought it at 10, that's it 20.
Yep.
I got an unrealized gain of 10. But it don't get realized, it don't go into my goddamn pocket until I take it back out. Yeah. So when that unrealized fluctuation is going on, a lot of times in stocks, people don't know when to take the money.
Yeah.
So say it reached 20, I should have fucking took it. But since I just thought so hard about it's gonna go to 30, it's gonna go to 40. Next thing I know,
you lost
it went back to 10. Then I was like, it's gonna go back up to 20, and then it went to 5.
Yeah.
Like so with what you said, that unrealized version of you, you have to figure out how you're gonna take action to become that person. So since all of us, for the most part, will have the same answer, the same end goal, what is your suggestion on like what path should they take to get started?
Like I said, like so if it's like if I were to do a step-by-step breakdown, because I do a lot of reading and self-development and stuff. It start with the vision. Okay. Everybody didn't have like a vivid vision of themselves doing something, right? So it's like that's when you go within. That's when you start understanding yourself. And when you see that vision, you write it down. Okay. And when you write it down, it's vivid. Think of yourself. If you would have had to think of yourself 5 years from now on a Monday, write it out. Okay. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Detail it all the way to the T.
From the time you
wake up to the time you go to sleep. Yep. And then ask yourself, could I start living like this right now? Yeah. And so them steps is already taken. You just start living like it.
So how would you do it? You know how I said within the first couple months of us talking, I will give my girl the list of what I expect of her. Mm-hmm. Would you also give her the list of that? Like, do you see yourself being with this type of man?
Definitely. Okay. Like, I would say, like, this is me. This is where I'm desiring to go. And this is what I do. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, I understand. Okay. I'm not mad about that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I got the understanding of, okay, it may not work out between us. This could be both a lesson of wisdom between both of us. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So the one thing you can't do is take it to heart that if it don't work out with somebody too.
Thanks. Like, I be
you can't keep taking it to
heart. Especially like since I don't know how I feel to live as a woman, especially as a dude, because we know, bro, to get women as a dude, it's really a numbers game, guy. You're not gonna get every fish.
I get what you
throw the ride and like. So if you take that to heart, you tripping. Yeah. Like, you gotta understand this is a beautiful girl. That's why you approached her. Right. 100 million other dudes
think she beautiful. Yep.
She might think you're a beautiful guy. But she just might have certain preferences that one of the other billion guys have. It's like, that's cool, because this is what I learned. And this like a key principle. I learned that she might be attracted to something that's not even beneficial. Like, I had to really understand
you can't even get mad about it.
I don't drink, I don't smoke, right? Yeah. Some women, like, I gotta get with a dude that drink.
Yeah.
So that's like,
I get exactly what you're saying.
Why would I trip over that? Right. Like, if I know this is unbeneficial, I know this is harmful. Yeah. She wants a man that does something harmful. I should be rejoiceful that she didn't pick me. Right. Because maybe her bad habits would have rubbed off on me.
And we get, like, people, not even just men or women, we get mad because it could be something that we desire or something we may see in the person. Yeah. The whole time it's not even good for us.
Bro,
or the true morals and values, it don't align. And then you'll get mad because somebody could see that and they may even take advantage of it. And that's what'll make people like even mad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because it's like, dang, I thought I seen this person in this light whole time. This wasn't even them. So it's like, dang.
Bro, like the breakup we was talking about earlier, that happened during that. Yeah. Like, I was so upset that I was losing my partner. Right. I couldn't necessarily see on how this may be beneficial. Right. Because when you lose something that you feel like you can't live without, you don't give a fuck what can be the possible benefits. You like, there is no benefit in losing the person I plan to spend the rest of my life with. Like, that's like people, and I know this may be like way harder, but the same principles apply. People that lose a child.
Yeah.
Once you lose that child, bro, you is not concerned with how this may be beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
You like, bro, somebody even suggested that sounds crazy. Yeah. Like, there's something beneficial in you losing your child. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? That's the like attitude I had towards losing my partner. But then I look back on it and I say, we not on the same wavelength.
You don't like, you gotta be understanding with the art of, like, it ain't gonna work out every time. Like, and that don't make them a bad person. That don't even make them a good person. It's just the fact that you understand, okay, this my moral and standard. Okay. If this not her moral and standard, then how are we gonna click? She don't even have the desire to get on that standard or like get on that moral. So I'm not gonna try to change somebody forcefully. Yeah. That's when you can make another person mad. You'll make another person mad at you for trying to forcefully change their perspective. You gonna piss them off
and you gonna frustrate yourself,
right? Like, because you're trying to make them act as another person.
Facts. Even if they do, it will be short lived. Yeah, it won't be a permanent change, and that's gonna piss you off even more. Because you gonna see the first initial change, have hope in it, and expect that to continue to deepen itself. Yeah. So once it reverses one day, because them trying to be who you're forcing them to be is like a sponge that you twisted. Yep. So
you squeezing the
like you say you squeeze the sponge. Yep. This is the form you're forcing them to be in. Eventually, it's gonna unravel. So once it unravels, since this not the natural state of the possession, you get back mad because you see progress. Yeah. Like, you like, what the hell just happened? Like, you feel like they just betrayed you because it's like you've been doing good, you've been doing well. Then you intentionally, from what it looked like from your eyes, they intentionally start going back and doing the negative things. Yeah. So you ultra pissed off. But that's never who they was. They was trying to fake it out of the love for you. Yep. They was trying to be that squeeze.
But that's not me. Yep.
That's not them. Eventually, you gonna go back to your form.
Yep. And the truth always is gonna come out.
Well, I didn't hold that to heart at first. Like, I was trying to change that previous person. Like, this person is a liar. This person is a cheater.
You be caught up in the vision of the potential you could see in them.
You see the potential that they don't even see. Or they say they see when y'all in conversation. But you see these steps to get there. Yep. You see, okay, all we gotta do is step here. Like, to you, it's simple. Yep. It's just a simple formula, a simple game plan. To them, they see the end goal, but they not interested in doing the work required.
And that's where like leadership comes into play, and like knowing yourself and knowing the person. Yeah. Because you could see the steps, right? But let's say people may not be in that certain season to go hard or go into that person. Yes, sir. Like, they could be at that point where they like, I'm just doing my own thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just enjoying myself. But you like, man, like, all you gotta do is just this, and this.
What?
You be done? Like, you be cold?
What?
I see that within you. And they like, I don't see it. You can't force it on them. Like, you gotta let them come into themselves. And that's where, like, you could partially, I mean, the scenarios is so, like, it all depends. Yeah. Because you could be like, somebody just needs a little work. Do they desire to put in a little work? Facts. They gotta want it. They gotta want it for themselves.
All is able to. Yeah. But it's like, like, okay, say me doing a podcast. Yeah. Or you doing photography. Yeah. I'm able to be a photographer. You able to be a podcaster. Did you want to? Right. You see what I'm saying? Right. Like, imagine just because I'm able, like, physically, to do the actions you do when you're doing photography. If I don't want that and you try to put that occupation on me, I'm not gonna do well. Like you said earlier, like, knowing the personnel. But the thing is, with it, it's tough when it's somebody you love. because you love this person so much.
Yep.
And you see the great potential not only they have in themselves,
yep.
but the opportunity y'all have to build with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And you see how great this will turn out. So them acting in a way to go against their goal is not only infuriating, it's heartbreaking.
Yep.
So instead of facing that heartbreak, we tend to continue to try something that's not working.
Because the strongest thing is intertwined with that, and that's your emotions.
Facts.
And a man, like, to me, you definitely have to understand stoicism as a man. Like the art of being able to separate your emotions, all of them, and still being calm and demeanor on the outside.
People think being stoic means
nonchalant. No.
When you get into being stoic, the part that makes it stoic is having feelings.
Yep.
Like you can't be stoic with no feelings.
No.
You have to have feelings. And it's an acknowledgement of them feelings.
Yeah.
Then after you acknowledge it, you still have to acknowledge the duties and not let the emotions interfere with the duties.
Right.
So it's like, I'll be the first to say it's easy to say, but it's hard as hell to do.
It's hard to do.
It's hard.
That's a forever. Like, so I feel like certain principles through life is like forever an art. Like, one thing in the way of the superior man we was talking about, like in the beginning of the book, he said you might as well get, like, and I'm paraphrasing, but he was basically saying you might as well get rid of the fact of thinking that you'll be done. Okay. Like at some point in time, as a man, you'll always be given your fullest gift.
Yeah.
All the way up till you die.
Then, you know what I'm saying? I feel like humans are the only ones that do that. We are the only ones that don't act in the way God made us to act. Like, say for instance, I was supposed to be recording today on the podcast. I have the option now. People say it's free will, yes, but free will is not always a good thing. I have the option to cancel all my podcasts today, sit on the couch, play 2K. Yep. You never see a bird say, I want to act like a dog today, and a bird start barking. You never see a cat say, I want to act like eagle today and start flying. Yep. Like, or even attempt to fly, since we know they don't have the physical capability. Yeah. And you never see a goddamn rabbit want to act like a parrot and try to start talking and mocking people and shit. Like, they don't even try this shit. Yep. We are the only things in the goddamn universe that act outside of the nature it's made to act in. Like how you said, bro, you gotta come to the understanding that you gotta, if you want to be a superior man, you gotta be a consistent man. Yes. You can't give up. You can't be taking breaks and shortcuts and shit. Like, go after it.
Consistency.
Like, that's like a lion or a tiger. I never seen a lion or a tiger not be a lion or a tiger. Like, even if they young or baby, they practicing hunting. They not hunting the other shit. They probably be playing with their peers or their mama, like trying to bite a leg, jump on the back and stuff. From the womb, they acting on their nature. Then even as an old lion, an old tiger, he still hunt. Like, he don't say, I'm old now, I'm too tired to hunt. He probably don't hunt like he used to no more. He probably not as fast, bite not as strong, but he still bite. You know what I'm saying? He still see the gazelle and still like get after it. Exactly. Like, we the only ones to say, I've been doing this for long enough. But hang it up.
That's what makes us different from any other creature on this earth. Yeah. Is our mind. Yeah. Like the difference between a man and a pig is their mind. Yeah. The mind. Because we got free will over everything that we want to do. If I wanted to get up today, I would get up. Yeah. If I wanted to sit down, I'd sit down. Yeah. We got that mind. The animal, he's always thinking in the form of, okay, I need to survive. Yeah. And that's it. It ain't no, I don't feel like hunting and eating today. I know I gotta eat. Yeah. So I gotta go hunt. Like, I know I gotta go. But a person, we could be like, I know I gotta eat, but I'm gonna take off today.
Hey, I know that bill go
right. Right.
But I'm still too tired today.
Right.
So, like,
that's what
I heard a brilliant brother say the difference between man and beast.
Yeah.
Is beast live off their appetite.
Mm-hmm.
Man lives off his emotion.
Yeah.
The difference between man and God
Mm-hmm.
is man lives off his emotion. God lives off of logic.
Mm.
So
yeah,
that's what like I be having conversations with brothers and sisters, and I be saying like, I consider myself a God. I consider you a God.
Yeah.
They get like, oh hell nah, this blasphemy.
Right.
But I'm like, Jesus said this.
Yeah.
Like David said this.
Because
like,
it's within you.
Yeah, like we are gods, child of the Most High God. Like this in your Bible. Like and you say I'm being blasphemous. Right. It's like, if I say God, like you the creator of everything, no, not the God, a God.
Yeah.
Like, and
you're a reflection of him. You got like
facts.
To a certain extent, you have the same powers as him. Like you got the power to manifest. You got the power to make things reality. You know what I'm saying?
You got the power to make life.
Man, like that, for real.
The quality of God.
Yeah.
Like, so when I sit down and build with people and have intellectual conversations, things we can actually apply.
Right.
I'm like, this is a God moment.
Yeah.
Like, this is not just a guy. Like you see that girl with the fat ass. Like we'll be lying if we say it's not none of them conversations. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like we have those conversations. Yeah. We have those moments where we act on our appetite, whether it's our sexual appetite or whatever. Like we have those times. But what's gonna separate us, and I was thinking about this the other day. Yeah. I'm like, I feel happy and I feel privileged to just by circumstance run into amazing brothers. Like we didn't know we was gonna go to the same school. Right. You know, I didn't know who the fuck you was before I came to Germantown. You didn't know who the fuck I was before you came to Germantown. But it's just so happened that not only did we run across each other, we formed the bond.
Yep.
Then later on in life, you doing great things. I'm doing great things. Like I feel privileged to just have those situations. Like Malik, another brother we know, doing amazing things, Marbury. You see what I'm saying? Like it's some other brothers I know that I just ran across. I look at them now, like, bro, y'all like on the path to do great things. Yep. So even if that wasn't the case, even if I didn't already run across good people, us doing the work now will help ensure that we run across more good people. You see what I'm saying? Like, say if I never linked up with you or whatever, but in your bio, you got books and shit. I'm like, okay, this must be an intelligent brother. You see what I'm saying? I would have still hit you up. Hey, gang, you want a better podcast? You want to have a conversation? Definitely. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when we sit down and differentiate ourselves from the beast, okay, we got emotion. Then we go a level above. Then we differentiate ourselves from our emotions and come into logic.
Yep.
Now we being gods. You see what I'm saying? Yep. Or at least we give ourselves the opportunity to be a god. Like obviously it take the work and consistency and all that we spoke of earlier.
The best way to always get in tune with the God within you is fasting. Because
no cap.
Because fasting is when you connected on an unemotional side. It's like you've reached that layer of your spirit.
Yeah.
Like you got 3 layers. You got your body, your mind, and your spirit. Yeah. And in order to reach that spirit, sometimes you gotta fast and actually connect with God. And you'll actually hear him. He'll speak to you. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta be able to actually sit there and listen. That's what meditation for, prayers for. Because that's the actual relationship that you form with God.
Yeah. I feel like, bro, meditation is so important. Yes. Like, now, understand, y'all, like, it's different forms of meditation. Praying is manifestation. Yes. Like, I mean, not manifestation, but meditation. Like, it don't have to just be you sitting there humming and shit. Like, you could just be sitting there, eyes open, eyes closed, whatever you feel. Like, it's different forms. You could be thinking. There's other forms where you try not to think and, like, stay empty-minded. Like, all these things got health benefits. It create gray matter in your brain and this, that, and the third. Like, but it's some good stuff. And I suggest folks to meditate with a partner.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
definitely.
This is the thing with it. You might not have to or not have to, but you might not be in a position where y'all just gonna sit there and be quiet.
Right.
Because you can do that alone. But you can meditate in a way where y'all just sit there and just think.
Yep.
Spend like 5-10 minutes just thinking.
Pure
like,
silence.
Yeah, come up with a topic like, all right, man, what you feel like and help this relationship get better?
Yeah.
Or how do you want to have more fun in the relationship with this, that, and third? Like, come up with a topic or a couple topics. Then just sit there.
All right.
Let her think. You think. After whatever time y'all agree on come up, sit down and share those ideas. Like, bruh, it sounds simple. We don't do these type of activities in relationships. Like, it's more like a wake up, good morning, let's link, go on a date, have sex, go home, rinse, repeat. Like, we gotta.
It'll get boring after a
while. We gotta sit there and be strategic. Like, let's plan. Like, let's put shit in motion. That's why I told my girl I want her to read.
Yeah.
So she can come up with her own speculations and opinions on something outside of me.
Most definitely.
Like, because a lot of the stuff, it'd be like, I influence.
Yeah. And then, like, you want to make sure, like, I definitely agree with that, because that's the beautiful thing what make a woman is her intuition.
Yeah.
So the fact that, like, okay, let's say for instance you a leader, right? And you leading your woman, but you just asked her could she do some more reading and stuff like that. That's gonna make her better as a person. Right? And then when she develops like her own understanding, let's say for instance a topic and you explaining to her about it, and when you explain it, she sees a different perspective on it. Or she sees it, oh, well, this right here, maybe you should do it like this, this, and this. That's the beautiful thing. Because it's like you constantly improving yourself. I want to be able to hear your perspective as well. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to just be my decision, because eventually, you know, I'll run out of decision. Or like, I'll just be moving just to move. And then when we taking bad steps, it's like, dang. But if you actually have a woman that's able to sit there and be smart and strategic with you and actually put out hints, or shoot, another beautiful thing about women, they able to read people very well. Like, see people like kind of like as a good person, like, or that person ain't for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like the thing, like with the actual intuition. Like,
I don't think I'm getting it wrong. I think your left side of your brain is your feminine side, and the right side is the logical masculine side.
Yeah.
Like, intuition is on the left side. So when you start operating out of only one side of your brain, it keeps the connections from forming. But when I mix intuition and logic, it make both of my the sides of my brain work together, and it start to form connections in my brain.
That's all our brains.
What is it called? It's called neural links, I think.
Neurons.
Yeah,
I think
it create the links.
That's all our
in the brain, and that help you increase the capacity of your brain. Like, they help you increase how like smart you move and how quick you think and how this, how that. It help you increase the strength of your intuition or whatever. So, like you said, the women already have a powerful intuition. When you strengthen it with logic, when you make one side of the brain start communicating with the other side and coming together to make a decision, now you becoming even more powerful. So some people might say, oh, you being controlling, like the girl don't want to read, you making her read. To a certain extent, I get to this point. I don't necessarily give a damn what she want if it's something that's not, what's the word? If it's something that's harmful to her, I don't give a fuck what she want. If she want to not read,
that's not harmful.
Like, no, I think that is harmful.
Oh,
she don't want to read.
Oh, she don't want to. Oh, okay.
Like, I feel like this more harmful than you reading. Now, we can definitely come to some middle ground.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to read the topic I'm making you read. You see what I'm saying? you can read whatever you want as long as it's something we can apply at real time.
Most definitely.
Like help us get out of our current situation.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to read Dr. Seuss.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to read Diary of a Kid. Like, but if somebody was to tell me you shouldn't do that because she said she don't want to read.
Nah.
Shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up. Like,
I get what you're saying.
Same thing I do with my little brother. Like, he on the basketball team.
Yeah.
It's days he don't feel like going outside to practice.
Yeah, but he got to do it.
Do you think I give a damn about him?
Because you do, you know, it's for the bigger purpose.
Yeah, so it's like I have to. Like, it's a fine line between hearing your partner out. Like, you have to listen to be a good leader. There is some other times where you have to not listen.
Yeah.
You have to know what to say.
Right.
I hear what you're saying, but I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Like, we still have to be stoic enough.
Yeah. That's just discipline.
That's
just discipline. Like, doing things that you don't want to do, but you know you got to do it.
But that's like that quality is us moving out of emotion on the human level and going up to logic on the godly level. Like, that's how, okay, look, y'all. My brother filled in the spot last minute because some other sisters couldn't make it. He got to handle some business right now, so we gonna go wrap it up. So let them know where they can find you. Let them know your Instagram handle, whatever.
You can find me at Crafty Zay on Instagram, Isaiah Hatley on Facebook. Shoot, give me a follow. Let's shoot. I'm ready to work.
Hey, if y'all in the Memphis area, y'all close by, bruh, he take amazing photos, and I screenshot some stuff off his page and put it up in the video. Yeah, send me some stuff, bruh. Great photo. He took mine like last week. I'm gonna put them
right
up too. Yo, right here, like, in that corner, goddamn. Right. So, man, if y'all need anything done, whatever type of event, whatever moments y'all want to capture, man, let my brother know, he gonna get y'all right. And I'll holler at y'all at the next episode of the Dope Viking Podcast. Y'all get up with me.
Right.
Yes, Sasuke.
Yes, sir.
Like,
all right.
Like, we gotta do part two. We got to. I did, like, I love that.